As you just saw, Grand Island, surrounding areas really need some dry time in the forecast, and we start to get that for Friday and this upcoming weekend. We made it to Friday and what's going to be the final weekend in June. Waking up this Friday to a lot of sunshine, the glow in the distance as you look right along Cornhusker Highway, and where Cornhusker Highway meets 48th here as the morning commute is underway. Some of that clearing in the overnight hours, allowing some fog to develop, and it has been a little bit denser in northeast Nebraska, but not so bad, or really not the case here for Lincoln until you get maybe north of Lincoln along I-80. Some of those areas prone to fog development when we see these conditions. Light winds, dew point a little less than it's been in days past, but still anticipating a muggy afternoon. But so far, morning conditions are pretty comfortable, especially looking at northeast Nebraska, where temperatures are right around 60 degrees, and that is factoring in to some of that fog development as well. A little warmer in southern Nebraska with dew points that are, again, a lot less than we've seen in days past. We, in eastern Nebraska, if you remember, we had dew points in the lower 70s each of the last several days, and now lower 60s. That's feeling a lot better, and eventually the dew point will creep up a little bit more this afternoon with some southerly winds. It'll be rather light, but they could be on the order of 5 to 15 to maybe 20 miles per hour this afternoon. Still some flood warnings in place for those areas that just saw so much rain. As you heard, historic rainfall amounts in and around the Grand Island area. That flood warning in effect until 10 a.m. this morning. A flood warning toward Merrick, Nance counties up toward Columbus until 7 o'clock tonight. And then in and around the Platte River between Saunders, Douglas and Sarpy counties until about 4 o'clock on Sunday. So keep that in mind. Flooding could still be seen in and around creeks and streams as we wait for those water levels to recede. Fog isn't expected to be that widespread this morning, but patchy areas of fog certainly possible. That will, of course, lift and clear pretty early on this morning. Storm coverage throughout the day today is going to be rather limited in what we see, but storms up here toward the South Dakota border could pack a punch as they start to work their way east, but then you can see they drop off as we see the sun go down. But there is a slight level 2 out of 5 risk this way, mainly for the threats of damaging wind that could be on the order of 75 miles an hour and hail that could be up to 2 inches, if not a little larger in diameter. And then the marginal risk does extend through southwest Nebraska for maybe a storm or two down that way. But most of us are looking at a hot, muggy day that the pool may sound nice for the end of this week. Temperatures this afternoon in the lower 90s. We'll call it 91 degrees for the capital city with light winds, and then only getting warmer from here on out into this weekend. A very small late chance at any precipitation Saturday, but the renewed chances along a front will come on Sunday and carry us over into the new week before we have some more dry time for the beginning of July and more storms possible in and around the 4th of July to watch as well.
All right, thank you, Jessica.